This is Spanish 2, sentences 1 through 4. 1. Those books are expensive. Esos libros son caros. Esos libros son caros. Number 2. I am going to take a bath or I am going to bathe myself. Yo voy a bañarme. Yo voy a bañarme. Number 3. They have to wait. Ellos tienen que esperar. Ellos tienen que esperar. Number 4. The shirt costs $20. La camisa cuesta $20. La camisa cuesta $20. All right, let's look at number 1. Those books are expensive. Now, a lot of people get the word these confused with the word those. Here's a nice chant for you. This and these have T's, hey, that, and those don't. This and these have T's, hey, that, and those don't. Also, if you touch it, it has a T. Everybody, if you touch it, it has a T. So, if there's a T, it means this, like, estos libros, these books. As soon as you stop touching it, it turns into those books, it's esos libros. Have a nice clip on that if you want to check that out. Now, Mr. Holt, I thought caro was expensive. C-A-R-R-O. Carro is expensive because your car goes rrr. Caro is expensive with one R. Just remember that car is the most expensive thing that most high school students own, typically. Now, number 2. If you just said, I'm going to bathe, if you just said, voy a bañar, they would assume you're going to bathe somebody else. Because remember, in Spanish, the assumption is always that you serve or you're serving others. If I go into a Spanish group in Mexico and I say, hey, this morning I shaved, everybody's going to assume that I shaved myself. So anytime you do something to yourself, you need to say me, like me llamo, I call myself, me hablo, I talk to myself. So yo voy a bañarme. Mr. Holt, why does the me go after? Well, I've got a nice clip on that. If you type in magnets, remember, mays and tays and says normally go in front of the verb. But if you can physically circle in AR, ER, IR, the mays and tays and says go after and they're attached. Again, type in magnets and there's a nice clip on that. Number 3, they have to wait. Ellos tienen que esperar. Now, tienen means they have, and esperar is to wait. So, but you don't just write tienen esperar, it's tienen que esperar. Now, here's that chant from Spanish 1. Have to add que, going to add a. Take it down now. Have to add que, going to add a. We've got a clip on have to, or you can just type in K. Now notice, which sounds better? They have they wait or they have to wait? It's they have to wait. So remember the chant. If you hear the word to, like to wait, don't chop and glue. So it's ellos tienen que esperar. The shirt costs $20. La camisa cuesta $20. Notice, the verb costar is a boot verb or a stem chaining verb. The O turns into UE. What's the only form of costar, a boot verb or a stem chaining verb, that the O doesn't turn into UE? That would be the we form. Why? Because we keep our letter. And lastly, notice 20 is EI. In Spanish, it's normally IE. 95% of the time it's IE. There are only 4 words we learn in Spanish 1 that are EI. 6 is EI, 20 is EI, 30 is EI, and baseball is EI. That's Spanish 2, sentences 1 through 4.